G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Fishing Mad. So we're going to do a bit of a special today on fishing for snapper with soft plastics, and I've got a special guest with me today. Bill.
There you go, Noel.
Runs the Victorian Classics, which obviously have got, you know, great footprint out there in the Victorian scene, tournament fishing. Previously, obviously ran your Fishing Life documentary, which was on Foxtel some time ago, mate.
Yep.
So, mate, awesome to catch up and have a fish together today.
Yeah, haven't been in front of the camera for about 10 years, so I might be a bit rusty. But no, the Vic Brim's good. 19 years next year. Grand final coming up really soon, but it's fun to have Al on the boat, and hopefully I can get him a decent snapper.
Oh, fantastic, mate. Well, it's a big achievement, and obviously slight change of pace today. So we're going obviously from a lot of brim, so we want to chase something that's nice and red and about this size today. But what we really want to do is really hone in on just doing it with soft plastic. So coming out with one rod and reel, and what we're going to do today is really going to run through some of that technique, some of the gear. We're going to show you some of the plastics that we're using and hopefully give you some helpful tips that you can take away and get stuck into a few snapper on soft plastics as well. But all right, mate.
Yeah, mate, once you do it once and you do it well, the block of pilchards will never enter the boat ever again, I can guarantee you.
We love it. We live for this stuff. This is the best.
Fun.
All right, stick with us, guys. I think it's going to be a fun episode, so sit back and enjoy the show.
Now, when you're fishing in a boat like this that's got a cabin, it's important to try and get that boat to drift sideways so you can cast out the side. So what you want to do, once you get to your spot, turn so that the wind's coming at you this way, because we're fishing out that side. You turn the boat all the way around, take the motor out of gear, and then turn it opposite. So you want to turn it away from the way you want to drift. And what that does is it'll full lock the motor and it creates a keel. If you've got hydraulic steering, you can leave the steering wheel like this and you laugh, and if you haven't, which I haven't, I've got cables here, get yourself a little rope and a bit of a D-lock, and that'll keep, and the boat will drift sideways so you can cast out the side. And there's not much wind at the moment, so we don't need a sea anchor, but we'll talk about that later. But if you've got a boat like this and you've had frustrations trying to get that drift, that's what you need to do. Get that motor to keel the boat sideways. You'll be onto them.
That's a good fish.
4-inch nemesis, this one.
We'll get that in a minute. That screamed off.
Yeah, it did. If it's a snook, it's like a metre long.
No, that you can feel the weight on that.
Yeah, he ate it hard. Hopefully this is the one we want.
I'm going to do a quick dash for the net, mate. Otherwise,
just up there.
Yeah, I'll miss him. There we go, we're back. Woo. I think it's going to be an alright fish.
Hopefully.
Oi.
Yeah, that's what we want. He's alright.
Oh yeah, no, he's a nice fish. Bit of colour now on the light gear.
And the tide's just starting. Oh, yeah.
No, he's a nice fish. Oh, look at the colours, beautiful fish, mate. He's making you work for it.
I don't want to drop him. We've got light line here. So.
I'm just getting that net way out the way, mate. So here he comes. Oh, he's a beautiful fish. Well, that is a fish. Woo. Look at that. That is a cracker. Well done, mate. We'll get you to hold him up in a minute. Yeah, that's actually, just swap around for 1 second and I'll tell you whether that's... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold that thought.
So here's one we prepared earlier.
Oh, jeez.
I might swap him down there. There's mine. There's mine.
Holy.
I'll line this one in.
Oh.
I'll line your other one in. We were saying... what were we saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is weighty too.
Just all turned, isn't it? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that maybe a 1/12 jig head might work better. They're obviously picking it up mid-water. So Al's on.
Oh my God, we're Bill's just landed an absolute cracker.
Yes, here's one we prepared earlier.
And I'm getting ready to film it, and the sleeper with a kayak easy shiner and 4-inch has just screamed off. And this is kind of like medium spin gear here, so we both love our finesse fishing, that's for sure. So, but this gear's a little bit heavier than that, but this is a serious fish, I reckon.
And they don't muck around, do they? They let you know they're hooked.
That one on the floor there is a good fish. I reckon this one's going to be...
I reckon he'll be bigger, this one.
Equally as good.
Oh. I reckon he's pushing 60 something.
I can just see colour then, and he's just disappeared again. Here he comes. Yeah, it's probably a tiny bit smaller than yours, I reckon.
You just must have a softer drag setting, mate. Oh, well,
there's no complaints, that's for sure.
Be happy to catch them all day.
Yeah. Nice job, mate.
Woo!
There we go. There you go.
It's not a bad effort.
We started off a bit slight. Actually, they're very similar size.
They are.
Look at the redness on your one. Look at the colour difference. How good is that? That is snapper on soft plastics. Just some nice, kind of lightish gear like that, and you can just have a bit of fun and play with them. So, obviously very different to, you know, your generic bait fishing out where you've got a big spread of heavy rods. Here, it's just a lot of fun. You know, you really have to enjoy playing them. And I tell you what, they absolutely take off. So we're going to unhook these two. We'll give you a good look at them in a second. All right, so that's fish number one there, and you can see he's spot on about 60 centimetres. So that's a really nice fish. Look at that beautiful red colorations. He's spot on about 56, 57. So two cracking fish there. All right, well, there you go. How good is that? So that was probably 3 or 4 minutes of absolute chaos. So fishing on soft plastics, it's remarkable the colour difference on these two fish that we've caught literally within a minute of each other.
Yeah.
So yours has got that beautiful red shine to it, and this one's here's a lot more orangey. So what did you get your one on, mate?
It was on a 4-inch nemesis in like the pearl watermelon.
Beautiful.
Very similar to your kayak.
Yeah, natural colours. So that was on the kayak easy shine of this one, and as you can appreciate, we're using just, you know, lightish kind of spin gear. So obviously significantly heavier than what you're using if you're brim fishing. So you're sort of your 2 to 5 kilo, maybe your 3 to 6 kilo class. Very light stuff because we like our finesse gear. I'll tell you what, in Port Phillip Bay, light gear, soft plastics, it doesn't get much better than that in my books.
It's awesome fun. And the thing about soft plastic fishing is when you take kids out fishing, you put bait rods in and they want to wind them in.
Yeah.
But plastics, that's what they do. They get to work them, you're covering ground, it's good fun.
Mate, I'm like a kid. I get impatient so quickly. You're sitting there for hours sometimes with baits out, and you can sit there and you kind of get on the hunt, you find them. But that's typical snapper fishing, isn't it? Sometimes you'll have hours of not much action. You get a few pinkies here and there, and then all of a sudden you get a few screaming buckles. It all tends to happen at once.
All systems go.
But they're a bloody beautiful fish, aren't they?
It's too good. We've got to catch more.
Let's get on to it, mate.
Let's do it. The wind has picked up, which is good, but it means our drift is going to be really, really quick, and we want to slow that drift down. So the best thing you can get, which is cheapest chips from like BCF or something, is what they call a sea anchor or a wind sock. It's basically a piece of plastic. The water's going to go in this way, come out that way, and it's going to slow you down. Best way I find to do it is you want this off the bow of the boat, and that will pull the bow of the boat around, and it'll help you to drift perfectly. So all you really need to do, throw it in the water. It's going to catch the water and open up like a parachute, and it's going to slow you down. What you can do is you can get a length, as you can see I've got it off the front there. The other benefit of measuring the rope out is so that it's not going to go into the prop. So when we turn the boat and we want to bring that sea anchor is going to come right next to me, pick it up, onto the next spot. See the base of it?
Oh no, I know. Don't like playing them hard, but that made the hard skipper beat, I tell you.
That was a good run.
Oh, especially look how thin it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Al decided to make it a bit more challenging, so he took off half his spool of line just for fun.
Oh.
What's on it?
It's a 7-inch turtleback.
Oh yes, nice.
And it's funny, like his first run was huge. Oh, he's not. You just got your line, I think, right. So that's okay. He's not really. He hasn't woken up yet.
I think it might be on my rod actually, Al, and you're just playing it through my rod.
I'm going to take it regardless. It's not though, but yeah. And he's just realised now.
Geez, it'd be funny if another big one ate the other. Oh yeah, nice,
dude. Nice fish. Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Man, well done. That was not coming out. Alright, so this is what you often do. Alright, and there we go. So we are just catching so many snapper of this size. And again, when you're using the light gear, it's just a lot of fun. So they will absolutely scream, and you sort of just take your time and play them. Now, I did the silly thing before was I actually lost a bit of line, and you can see that this fish went a little bit of run, and it almost spooled me just because my reel is very, very thin and light on line. But there you go. That is a beautiful fish. Perfect eating size, and that one there was taken on a 7-inch turtleback, and again on the sleeper. And I think that's a really big clue as well. So if you're new to soft plastics fishing, is you don't need to work the plastics very fast, because the majority of the catches today have been the ones just sitting there in the rod holders. And if you are going to work them, just work them nice and slowly. I'll tell you what, I reckon we might get this beautiful fish back in the water. So all right, matey, here you go. And you ready? Come on. There he goes. Now guys, when you do catch a snapper on soft plastics, one thing you want to do before you start casting out again is just take a minute just to check your fluorocarbon leader and even your jig head. And one thing you'll notice with snapper is you do get a lot of teeth marks on there, and that's because they inhale those soft plastics. They've obviously got really strong jaws and strong teeth, but one thing that happens is when they swallow that soft plastic, often their teeth will rub against the fluorocarbon leader here. So take a minute or two, just feel up and down, just make sure that it's not compromised in any way. I've had a couple of times today where I've actually trimmed that fluorocarbon leader down, retied the jig head on, put on a new soft plastic, because when that next big fish comes a running, you don't want to be with using compromised line that's going to give way. So take a minute to do that. In terms of how to work the soft plastic, I think where a lot of people go wrong is you've just got to work them nice and slowly. So basically all we're doing is we're casting out, we let that soft plastic sink to the bottom. As I said, we're fishing today a lot between sort of 5 and 10 metres deep. Predominantly we've been around that 6 and 7 metre mark. So your soft plastic might take 10 or 15 seconds to sink to the bottom, depending on which part of the tide that you're in. And then all that you're doing, it's a lot like other styles of fishing where you're targeting bream or squid or something like that. Let it get to the bottom, couple of little erratic lifts, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your soft plastic to imitate a wounded bait fish of some sort. That flutters up and then it sinks back down on the bottom. Let it sit on the bottom for 10, 15, 20 seconds and just keep repeating that action all the way until you get your rod back to the boat. And as we said today, we've got a lot on the sleepers, so it does show you that working it really slow does get that soft plastic into the strike zone. Now there are other species of fish that don't work in that way. Obviously if you've got a big bust up of Australian salmon, they love it where you're burning back that soft plastics, but I think it's about knowing your species of fish, knowing what type of rods to use. So today we're using fast action rods, and what that means is that rod tip is really nice and stiff. And as we go back to what we said before, snapper have got really strong mouths and jaws, and what happens is when they hit that soft plastic, you want to be able to lift and set it and basically set that hook, and that's because their mouth is so strong. If you're targeting another species like King George whiting, for instance, you want the complete opposite. You want a nice soft tapered, very whippy rod tip, and that's because they've got small mouths and you want to just gently set that hook. So it's about knowing your species, it's about knowing how to rig up correctly, and just taking a minute just to make sure that your gear is rigged and ready and not compromised in any way. So when that big fish comes, you'll be ready.
Oh, yeah, a bit better. Yeah, as I was just saying to Al off camera, it seems that the fish are eating the lure mid-water column, and the fact that the boat's dragging it, bringing it up off the bottom, it's almost like creating that reaction strike. And yeah,
and that rod's
on as well.
Oh,
so
I think that was a good fish too.
Good fish.
Oh, he's not bad either.
Yeah, so
yeah, I reckon the whole leader's gone on that one. That's all right. Oh, he's another nice fish.
And that was on Nuke Chook, so...
Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Well done, another one.
I'll just see what's going on there. Well done. No, he's on.
No way.
He's on.
What happened there?
Oh, look at it. Look at the head shakes are really weird. That's bizarre.
Another one too.
So we've got a three-way hook up. Yeah, mine's only a little fella. Even though we made that rod take, I reckon that's another fish. Yeah. Because the fish that hit that first. Look at that. That's incredible. The wild side.
Remember we sort of said, what are we going to do? Like, I'll just put 6 pound on. But definitely, as I was saying before, sometimes you just got to change up. And we're finding they're eating the lure behind the boat. And I think it's having that mid-collar water.
Oh, here we go. We've got a quadruple hook up. Look at this. Yep.
Normally do.
So we've got 4 fish on here, guys. So Bill's onto a nice fish. As you can see there, we've got a little pinky and probably a smallish size snapper. I may have to get these other snapper out the way because you may have to hang tight there for a sec, mate. All right, here we go.
It's actually not bad.
It's not a bad fish. Oh, actually, he's a nice fish.
6 pounders.
Oh, look at the red colours again, mate. Got him.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Mate, you're smashing them.
Beautiful eyeshadow.
Look at that. That is amazing.
Quality.
Geez, we're doing all right now.
You can see that jig is in there.
He swallowed it.
And he basically picked that up and was swimming around on slack line while we were getting the other fish in.
And we've put the other 2 fish in the water, and as you can see, that rod is just about to buckle. And we've got another. I mean, you'd generally be happy with a fish like this as well. So I mean, we're just. Anyone who says that soft plastics isn't an effective thing, I mean, look at this. We've just got fish everywhere. So.
What is this stuff?
51.
Yeah, 51, 52.
Right, there you go. And there is another one there. So this one here, so he's in the low 40s. And Bill's just pulled another one there that is on 51. So it has been red hot, this last drift that we've done. And we're currently fishing in 6 meters deep. We'll let this guy go. He's on his way. And
so yeah, 52, this guy. Absolutely beautiful. 6 pound tip at this one, managed to get him in using the Broom Special tournament stuff from Sunline. It's pretty good, but that's the thing, you've got to change up all the time, think what you're going to do, change lure colours, and have one mate using something completely different to you until you get a pattern, because you never know what will go off. Like this. Okay, so now we're going to move drift again. We're not getting any more fish. We've got that sea anchor out, so obviously because I've got the cable steer, unlock that, and you'll see that the motor wants to move anyway like that. So the best way to get your sea anchor back, it's out that way. We want it to come around. So you turn the boat this way, just kick the motor into gear, and you'll see that sea anchor will start to want to come to the boat. And then all it's a matter of doing is leaning over, tap it from the bottom like that. You throw him just at the back here because he's going to go out again. Job done. Let's go catch another one.
Alright, you can see we've got no shortage of soft plastics here. So when we say you can chop and change, I mean, look at this. So obviously there's an assortment of gulps. We've got different branded stuff in here. We've got some Z-Mans and, you know, it just goes on. So we've got lots and lots of stuff. It's great to be able to mix and match between different brands and different colours and different profiles. And obviously you do go through quite a few of these, and you know what, if you're catching, then that's a good problem to have. No shortage of pinkies, that's for sure.
Nah.
They're loving those little natural jerk shads today.
They really
Flick
are.
baits, all that sort of stuff, don't they?
Normally, like, you know, nuclear chicken is the go-to, but
that's got to be imitating so well to what's in here that they're feeding on.
yeah, it is a great colour. But yeah,
that's a grouse colour.
But we were just saying that, you know, the ones behind the boat are getting hit. They're coming up off the bottom. So we thought we'll go even lighter again. So I've gone down to a 112. First cast, slower sink, bang. So just always think about why you mightn't be getting them. Change things up. Can't hurt.
Funny how that's still getting all the hits. He's gonna go. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Yeah, he's just fired up a little bit. It's a. Oh, just. Yep. I don't think he's big, but he's bigger than what I thought he was. Come on. No, it's just a pinky, probably high 30s. Oh, that's a better fish. That's your fish. Oh, it's a nice fish, this one, actually. I take it back. Hold on, I'll pull this one up. Usually you'd be wrapped with this, but whew. Underestimated him.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
And guess which rod?
This thing.
I'm going to throw it in the water in a minute.
B.O.G, mate. B.O.G.
He's smashing it. Think snapper, think luvius. That's how it's done, folks. That's all right. We'll get him back in the water in a second.
We sounded up those fish, and it was just a matter of time.
Your one's definitely going to be bigger than what I had on. There's no question of that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of weight on this one.
It's going to be another, maybe another 45, 50, I reckon.
Yeah.
This one might go in a sec too.
In the eye.
Have you?
I think I might have.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
On the bottom.
No, that's okay. Oh, he's a nice fish. Want the net? Yeah, I think I'll get the net just to be safe. Hold on. Come on, the net. Got him. Wow.
On the 5-inch nemesis.
That screamed. I reckon we've got another good snapper here.
And again, as that wind got up, picks the plastics up off the bottom. Those fish are just coming along and saying, I can't resist a bit of gulp. So yeah, this is a nice fish. And when you do have that rod in the rod holder on a sleeper, don't have it like no drag at all. You want a little bit so that when the fish actually eats it, it still engages the hook into their mouth.
That was in for 2 seconds. You want the net? I think you might.
Yeah, we might.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think we'll net him. Not quite as big as the others, but he's a nice fish. It's amazing. As soon as that wind gets up, they switch on.
And they fight a bit harder when the boat's drifting away from them too.
Nice fish, mate. That's another nice one. Look at
Great
this.
colour, real natural.
Look at that. That has been a standout plastic today. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've used that in the Nemesis, we've used it in the 4-inch, and yeah, they seem to be wanting it, whether it's the water clarity or what, but I don't know. But it's working, so you keep using it.
That's a ripper. That is a beautiful fish.
From the bomb. Yeah, baby. Same spot they were last time.
That's another 5-inch Nemesis there, so that's in that new penny colour. Look how natural it is. It looks exactly like the snapper there. So that's another beautiful one. And again, this is another fish that we're going to let go just because the action has been red hot. All right, there you go. Plastic out of his mouth and another snapper. See you later.
Jeez, he fought hard for his size.
All right, well, that's a wrap. That was... What a productive session.
Bit of fun. It come hard at the end, didn't it?
Non-stop buckles. I mean, look, we started pretty slow. That first 90 minutes, got a few pinkies here and there. And then we just headed into slightly shallower water and it was just buckle central. So,
It was fun.
mate, we've gone through so many packets of soft plastics, but
yes,
it's a great problem to have.
It is. It's a good problem when you're losing them. Not to pike, but to snapper, it's good.
Yeah, but we've got lots of snapper today, and I think it just goes to show that, especially if you haven't fished with soft plastics, it is a really fun style of fishing. You're on the hunt, you're chasing them, you're always active doing something, and you know, little soft plastics like this, from 3-inch to 5-inch plastics, can catch some big fish like that. Mate, I can't thank you enough for having me out in the water.
Pleasure. It was awesome. We'll have to do it again.
if you get an opportunity, please go and follow Vic Brim Classic. Go and have a look at their social media pages. You guys have a webpage as well?
Yeah, vicbrimclassics.com.au. We've got our 2024 season going to be released soon. So if you're interested in maybe doing some brim fishing tournament-wise, you'll learn so much. Some of the anglers that fish these series are some of the best brim anglers going around. Heaps of fun for the family. So yeah, check us out.
There are genuinely some world-class anglers. I know some of the guys, and very, very good anglers. So,
but they're happy to teach you as well. So they'll give you all the good oil.
All right, and we're going to have a quick shout out to Wayne at Breakwater Marine.
Definitely. He squeezed us in. The motor had a bit of an issue during the week, and Wayno, you are a star. You squeezed us in. So if you're looking to get your boat serviced, Wayne, Breakwater Marine.
Thanks, Wayne. I really appreciate it. Bill, appreciate it, mate. Had an absolute cracking time. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I hope you learned something, and I hope you've been entertained for some cracking catches. And until we see you on the screen next time, good fishing, everyone.
Catch you later.
If you enjoyed the episode, then become a Fishing Mad member. It's easy to join by visiting www.fishingmad.com.au/member and gain access to an online portal that's full of helpful fishing content, including detailed workshops, fishing reports, rigging tutorials, podcasts, giveaways, competitions, maps, gear reviews, sounder training, exclusive videos, and much more. It's a great platform and helps to support everything we do at Fishing Mad, so become a member today.